I have no idea what sweeper they play, which is probably something I should know. That being said, like, the decks are kind of a moving target. Like, they should probably be changing week to week. We can't get Crackling Doomed here, so I assume we're getting Abzan Charmed. Yeah. And it's possible I'm supposed to pass the turn there with Bounding Craces up just because he's representing Abzan Charm as hard as he is. Yep, draw them cards. This is a Siege Rhino, putting him to 16. We can Crisis, hit him for 5. Yeah, that's fine. Then the question is, do we want to Reflector Mage the Siege Rhino or not? Probably not. Probably just want to roast it, plus play Sylvan Advocate. We also have that as an option now. Yeah, I think I'm just cracking him for 5 here and then passing the turn. Plays around a sweeper better. Yeah, we're just going to do that. You could have like Dark Dweller here, and that's fine. Could have another Rhino. Probably Dark Dweller. Yeah, so you're going to Abzan Charm my... Bounding Crisis. That's fine. We'll collect a company at enter combat to see if we hit Reflector Mages or another Crisis. Knuckleblade Chase. Put these in the bottom. It's a shame we don't have 2 red, because then we could snap roast. That's another red. Roast your idiot. Loot. I think I want to bin. Reflector Mage is such good tempo. Yeah, I'm going to bin Bounding Crisis at this point. Crack this. Get Cinderglade. Target roast. Roast your idiot. Hit you for 6. So he's at 5. So between this Fulmerall and Reflector Mage and stuff, we should be in a pretty good spot here. Makes our Sylvan Advocate a 4/5 as well. It's killing Jace, probably. Yeah. So now we just Reflector Mage this, and then he basically dies. Do I want to play another Sylvan Advocate? No. Mori's dead. Alright. Sweet. Coolio. Got him, as the kids say. Let's go ahead and queue up another one. See if we can 4-1 the league, with the one loss being a match that I punted. So, his deck seems powerful. The cards are good. Your aggressive starts are great. The Bounding Crisis and the Reflector Mage give you a level of interaction I wasn't expecting the deck to have. Yasova seems like poop soup. The 4th Jace should be in here. The 2nd Roast out of the board seems reasonable. This was the one. There was only 14 cards listed on SCG's website, so I just added a Roast to the sideboard. I like a lot of the rest of this deck, though. Collected Company is far less bad when you're not hitting mana creatures with it. I hate in so many Collected Company decks when people are like looking at the targets that you could possibly have with it, and they're like counting mana creatures as hits, and it's like, no, those aren't really hits. They're like half hits at best. So this gets blue, red, and then green, white, and then we hope to rip a land. Roast, snap, roasties, toast. Roasty, toasty. You could say he was, in fact, the toastiest. The old Swiss butter on the other side of the table. Another Shambling Vent stack. Cool. Alright. We just need a land next turn. Daddy needs a land worth. Don't make me wait till turn 11 again. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Ding. This can't cast Mantis Ferreter this turn the way I fetched, can it? Huh. Huh, he says. Yeah, can't cast Mantis Ferreter, so I think I'm supposed to ship here. See what he does. I guess this is getting green, red, or blue, white. Probably green, red. Man, he'd be really in trouble if our mana base hasn't been awkward. We're both just like playing infinite tapped lands. April is when we play Modern. We'll be playing Modern after Wizards fixes the format. Playing Modern right now is pointless because I don't intend on trying to find the best Eldrazi deck. I don't have a Modern event until after they update the ban list and ban Eldrazi, so, you know, that's the reason to do it now. And it's going to be even later than that, right? Like, the ban list update on Magic Online is even further after that. Now the question becomes, do I just roasty toasty this Rhino or do I jam CoCo? I think I'm just supposed to jam CoCo. Just like enter combat, collected company for Reflector Mage or Bounding Crisis. I think it's like the second week in April, which means during that time period where Magic Online doesn't have new standard and Magic Online doesn't have new standard and Modern still a crapshoot, we're basically going to play a bunch of Legacy, or maybe I'll even grab some Vintage cards at some point. I think we want Jace Reflector Mage here. This turns on Fiery Impulse for him. Maybe I just want Savage Knuckleblade to bring the beat down. Yeah, I think I just want Savage Knuckleblade to bring the beat down. I really don't want to turn on Fiery Impulse for him right now. Eventually, Fiery Impulse is going to kill my 3 toughness guys, but like this, he's at 16, and this is 9 power on the table now. So, tempo. He could like broast the Savage Knuckleblade here, but then we're still hitting him for 5 and like playing Sylvan Advocate next turn. So we're in a pretty good spot. Takes Jeskai Charm, sure. Getting broasted, yep. We draw a land. That's pretty good. So we hit him for 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think that's good enough. I think I just want to play Sylvan Advocate out here, crack him for 5, and then we can play Bounding Crisis. LA's a little bit too far out for me. I think there's Charlotte Grand Prix that same weekend, so assuming that Modern is healthy like it should be, I'll probably be in Charlotte, I think it is. What do you got? Can't play Siege Rhino. Can't play Siege Rhino. Wait. What does this read? Oh, until my next turn. Oh, okay. So he can replay it. Got it. I thought it was until... Okay, that makes sense. I know how Magic works. So we tap this. We've got... What do we got here? This is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 power, and he's at 14? That's sad. No, wait. We can activate this. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 14 exactly. Okay. Vintage could be fun. Like, play a bunch of Legacy and Vintage for a little while. I have seen the 8-whack deck going around. It's just like another random all-in aggro deck. I think we're going to board the same way we just boarded. We talked about bringing in strokes over... Talked about bringing in strokes over the Jeskai charm, so we're going to do that. We're going to cut the Yasova, and we're going to cut the Dramoka's commands, I believe it was. One bounding Krasis, perhaps. I think this is what I did last time. This is probably fine. Again, I don't think we ever want to board below 25 creatures. If you go below 25 creatures, you probably need to board out 1 to 2 collected companies at least. We played Legacy earlier this week. We're probably going to play some Legacy this weekend at some point. The Big Red deck is really funny. Really, really funny. If you didn't catch the Big Red stream yesterday, or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. They all blur together. I would highly recommend checking my YouTube archive below. So it was a lot of fun. We played 10 matches in under 3 hours. It was hilarious. We just like crushed our way through the league. We went 7-3 and played 10 matches in under. So okay, let's think about how we're sequencing our lands. So we're going green red for sure on 1. Probably into what are we doing with the rest of these? Maybe I wasn't supposed to play this on 1. This might have been a mistake. No. Just like the mono Mantis Rider draw. Yeah, man. So he's missing a land drop, possibly. He wouldn't be cycling that otherwise. Found it? Sure. Painful Truths? Read the Bone. Sure. See, this is way better. I can't believe these Mardu green decks that are greedy enough to play Painful Truths in their Goblin Dark Dwellers deck. Like, that just seems silly. So we can get Canopy Vista here, and then Island, and then Mountain, and so we can... Sweet. So we get Island with this Flooded Strand and play Mantis Rider and hit for 3 this turn. And the next turn, if he doesn't play a Siege Rhino, we can fetch a Mountain and play Hasty Knuckleblade. If we're not going to bring in all 3 Exert Influences in this matchup, we're never bringing all 3 of them in. We shouldn't cut a Bounding. I mean, I think Bounding's like the weakest creature in the deck. He played a guy, so I guess I'm just bouncing it. This card's so annoying. Play this. This deck's definitely much better with Jace. Jace is very good in this deck. We've won a lot of games with Jace. Yeah, man, you gotta see Drano. Like, I don't like Legacy that much, but that deck is hilarious. Bounding Krasis. That's interesting. So I could just like play Krasis and tap this, or we could play Mantis Rider and poke him for 6, or we could just jam this CoCo when he doesn't have Howling Moonlight up. That seems like the best choice. We've got 3 Reflectors and 2 Krasises to hit, and we hit Big Daddy Krasis here. Tap. I put these on the bottom. Radiant Flames is going to suck next turn, but Radiant Flames is pretty much always going to suck for us. We're hitting him for 5 this turn. Okay. Cletus plus kill Mantis Rider will be pretty good here, because he'll get a 2/2. Cletus into Impulse would be... Cletus into double Impulse, we probably can't win the game anymore. Cletus into Roast, that's fine. So what do we need to hit here? We need to hit basic plains. We need to hit a blue or white producing land, and then we just kill him with double rider. Seems okay. untapped. The source needs to be untapped. And